working for Uncle Sam. I am working for Uncle Sam. Let me know just who I am. Let me know just who I am. Go right now. Go right now.
Reality's gonna set him real quick, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As soon as you get on that plane and you're on your way to Afghanistan, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Dirty weapon! You go ahead, Black. Get up there now! Look down. That's rust. Automatic weapons failure.
Get to the riot, Russ. Get to the rush. And rush.
I can see talking port arms too.
Get on your face.
It's all oriented towards, we orient it towards combat. You know, because hey, if you're told to do something, you're told to move or do something, and you don't do it, people can lose lives.
I think that the end product, the end state, making a Marine, that's the most rewarding feeling that I think any drill instructor can say that they've experienced, someone that can say that they've actually felt what it felt like, felt the goosebumps when they watched their recruits walk across the parade deck. I'm doing something to better these recruits. I'm doing something to change their lives in a positive way.
Hey, face that way.
Aye, sir.
Now get in a single file line.
Aye, sir.
Face that way!
Aye, sir.
Get in a single file line.
Aye, sir.
Take your covers off.
Aye, sir.
They want.
Aye, sir. Back up.
Dixon, get in front of now. Like, stop. Like halfway in front of him.
Make sure everybody has their port holes off, please. All right, I'm gonna take 3 pictures. 1, 2, 3.
Take off. Get off the wall. Now you're on budget control.
1, 2, 3.
Charles away!
1, 2, 3.
But basically, in a nutshell, they get here, they get on those yellow footprints, they get down here, they come here with all their hair, they come here with their civilian clothing, that all gets stripped away from them. We break them down to that basic, take away the individualism, take away the I's, they can no longer say I, and we break them down, we start building that team concept.
First phase, they are still learning. They're still learning. They're brand new here. They are being taught the basic fundamentals of customs and courtesies. They get a bunch of knowledge classes and physical training as well. They PT an awful lot during first phase. That gets them into the groove.
Get over the park. Get over the park.
Running place.
All the way down. Your arms have the line off, just like that. I have, I think it's 3 or 4 that are still 17 years old. They had to get their waiver to come in and whatnot, and they're young, and you can tell they're young.
The younger kids that typically come here during their summer after they graduate high school, they're more willing to do the things that we tell them. They just whine about it a lot more. They cry about it a lot more. They complain a lot more, and they expect sympathy, because I guess that's what they're used to as they grow up. The older crowds, the ones that come during the winter and in the fall, they typically don't have those problems. They just don't want to deal with a lot of the nonsense in their mind. It's a lot of nonsense. I'm a grown man. I have my own kids. I got my own family. You can't talk to me like that. You can't make me do that.
Get up! Get up! Get up! Blast the bus! Blast the bus! Get up! Get up! I know you're not going to be on your day on knee. Blast the bus!
All across the board, they come down here. They're going to get the discipline. Whether they're old or young, out of high school, or 35 years old, they're going to get the discipline.
Up, yes, down, up, yes, down, up, yes. All back, sir. Straight. All back, sir. Straight. I know a fair straight joint on my head. I said. You want straight. I said. Straight.
Look for the glow strip right now. Faster. Faster. Straight. Straight. Find those. Good. Get on right now. Get on. Get on. Just do the scream. Get up your damn mouth.
That first training day, they had no idea what to do, what was expected of them.
Doing everything has an order to it. It's not just like, okay, get dressed. No, you from day one, you need to tell them, like, no joke, how to get dressed, because they'll take their time, and you know, we don't always have time to mosey around. And
bottom rack. I know he said bottom rack. Pay attention, get on the bottom rack. Pull it over there, I'll get it right. Well, smooth this stuff out before you get it, just throw it on there. All right, sir.
But they wanted to be here. They were hungry. They wanted that knowledge. They wanted to experience boot camp. A couple of days later, an awful lot of them are down in the dumps, for lack of a better terms. They don't want to be here. They don't understand what's going on. The adjustment has not set in.
Fix it right now. Fix it right now. Fix it right now. Come back in there, turn it back on. Do a step. Get out of my way. I'm supposed to get out of the way for you, right? Open the thing up now.
you know, we got to be moving all the time. You know, trying to, you know, get them ready for, hey, if we tell you to do something, you need to do it now. And it's all oriented towards, we orient it towards combat. You know, because hey, if you were told to do something, you told to move or do something, and you don't do it, people can lose lives. So we try to relate as much as we can to that, and we orient it and explain it to them, and they start to understand. Okay, hey, when you tell me to do this, it's for a reason. It's, you know, instant will and obedience. So everything we do has a purpose.
1, 4, 3. Aye. What? George White. George White. Good. On second floor. 4th to 9th to 8th to 7th to 9th to 8th to 9th to 8th.
Going into the second phase, we start orienting the training into rifle marksmanship with a week worth of classes during the grass week and a week worth of the actual firing.
We're the first Marines the recruits see outside of their drill instructors, and we teach them everything about their M16A2 service rifles for the first week, all the fundamentals, and we train them to become basic riflemen in the United States Marine Corps.
Put those shots right on. You might have to go back to A3-2, but you'll be fine.
Should I come back A3-2 first and then drop up?
No, stay A3-1 for tomorrow, and then when you start doing it, if you see that your shots are high, go back to A3-2.
No, we tell them at the beginning, the first thing we try to do is let them know that we're not their drill instructors, that we're not going to kill them. And we try to let them get relaxed with us and kind of get down on their level a little bit, because they've been shaken up a little bit with their first phase. So we let them know right off the bat to be relaxed, and that's the best thing. That's going to put that shot in the black every time if they're relaxed.
Sling that weapon and walk up.
Recruits come down here and get tense up. They're scared to fire the rifle. Most of them, about 98% of them, never fired a weapon before. So we try to get them to relax when they come down and see their PMIs for the first time.
It's going to get worse. Here's the target right here. You want the target in the center of the wobble. Good to go?
So you kind of just have to guess since it's wobbling. Or
you have to trust it. It's not guessing it. You're trusting it. Okay? Bring it up. Put it on fire. Don't press the trigger. All right, you're fine. You can have your finger rest on. You're going to line your sights as you come down. The more it wobbles, the more time it's there, the more it's going to wobble. Put it on safe. All right, sit down.
So during second phase, they actually, they're doing in their minds more Marine type things. It's not the knowledge, it's not the drilling. Wow, we're actually down here pulling triggers, seeing rounds go down range, and you know, it's becoming more of a reality to them what they're doing and why they're here.
Hey, before you do your buckle, before you do your alpha belt buckle, I want you just to have your alpha belt through your blouse and just have it hanging there, you understand? Yes. I will give you your alpha belt loop, you understand that?
Awesome. The way it's conducted is the recruits spend as much time as possible getting their uniforms and the squad bay and everything cleaned and ready and pressed and all that. On game days, all the drill instructors, the third hats, whatever, get together. They go around there, what's called the detail inspectors. They go through and they do all the fine nitpicking questions and whatnot.
Virginia, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Virginia, sir. Open contract, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your rifle serial number?
1028 1216, sir. Yes, sir.
guess we didn't clean our weapon, did we?
Awesome.
We didn't take the parts out to make sure our weapon was clean, right?
No, sir.
Disgusting thing.
Awesome.
Just crap away from me.
Awesome. See, sir.
Really? Really? I'm still not holding on to the weapon, right?
No, sir.
Let go!
Awesome.
Okay, I know you grabbed the smallest sock.
Sir. I sir. Five, sir. I sir.
Weapon serial number.
Sir, this group's weapon serial number 1027.
That was an interesting interpretation of inspection.
Recruits are nervous. They, they get excited. They forget movements that they know very well. So you put somebody in front of them that they don't know, and they basically have a brain dump and they forget all they've been learning for the past almost 60 days.
Yeah, I know you got hot beat scissors, right?
Yes, sir.
You will take your
Overall, the company was impressed with the overall performance of the entire company, not just Platoon 2093.
5, 2, 3, 7, 2, still. I 1, 2, 7.
Yes, sir. See what this looks like right now?
Yes, sir.
It better stay like this.
Aye, sir.
Until the day on. You give it back to me on training day 7.
Aye, sir.
You get that?
Yes, sir.
Give me the stick.
Aye, sir.
Now the real training begins.
Sunday 8 going into training day 48, they actually did become third phase, so they actually they get a red rag now, a red guide on, and that signifies, tells everybody on the base that they are third phase because it's red. So the guide now carries around a red flag.
So you see that transition from first and second where he's still really that civilian. Third phase, I mean, he's always getting to that mentoring phase where, yeah, it's starting to come out. You're starting to see that Marine starting to come out of him.
This week, basically, in a nutshell, is the recruits' first indoctrination into any kind of field environment, sleeping out in the field, eating MREs on a regular basis, and just not having those comforts that a squad bay or back home provide.
When we start off, the heavies will be up here, spread out throughout the course. Okay, whoever's gonna take the wall, whoever's gonna be like beyond the culverts, spread out throughout the course. We'll once the kids get past here, we'll get up and we'll move down there to where they rush again, past the second half of the course. Just
Your weapons. You and I had the weapons slung while you go to the
your Kevlar and your face better be inside the daggone dirt as you freaking low crawl. Do you understand? Let me catch one of you lifting up your freaking head. We're gonna have freaking problems. You understand? Now open your mouth. The objective of basic warrior training is to evaluate each recruit successfully in the basic understandings of the fundamentals of maneuver under fire, combat formations, hand and arm signals, day movement, the day movement course, and the night movement course. The day movement course is an obstacle, it's an exercise that we use to help recruits understand what it might be like in a combat situation. There's a lot of different obstacles going on, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Faster, crawl faster. 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 Faster, PB.
The training is very realistic. I know today we're fighting an urban war, so it's not so much that we're in the tree line and we're on the ground as we were in Vietnam. But the training is still realistic because the environment will still be the same. The fog of war, that cloud, that dust, the smoke, debris of the battlefield, all that is realistic. All that is happening right now in Afghanistan and Iraq.
It's combat mindset. Drag him off the court. Grab him by the ear, bitch, you just died. You're dead. You just got shot. You're done. No, get down. Get down. Now drag him off the course. Drag him. Your buddy just got shot in combat. Now get him off the freaking way.
The training is very strenuous. It's physically strenuous. It's mentally strenuous and emotionally too.
Get to the left. Get to the left.
With all the haze that the drill instructors try to create and make it as realistic as possible, by us putting a lot of stress on the recruits, I think for them it's exhausting.
He's bleeding. Take him to the toilet. Get down. Get him out of the kitchen. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Scream. Scream. You scream. You got your feet blown off. Scream. You got your legs blown off. Scream.
The drill instructors create an environment for them to feel a sense of urgency, to feel pressure, to feel stressed. And I think that's what makes the training even that much better. night movement course is very similar to the day movement course. However, it's a more tactical environment. They have to maintain silence. In the daytime, there's a lot of yelling, there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of movement on the fire. At night, the focus is to strictly be on being as tactical and as silent as possible in order to be a successful move through the course.
Get the casualty out of friggin' damn trash right now. Get him up. Get the casualty out of kill zone.
Get me out of here! Help! Help! Get me out of here! Help! Help!
At this stage or this phase in recruit training, they're at a mature state, a mature phase. They've pretty much grown. Right now, they're in phase 3. It's an observation phase where we get to see what all the training that they've done throughout recruit training. We get to see the outcome of it. It involves a lot of field training. It involves a lot of them doing things more on their own.
My impression of them is that they've definitely come a long way. They are a younger group. They're a little bit more immature than the groups that we get in the winter, but I mean, that will come with time. You can tell the difference between when they got here and now, and how they respond and how they act and whatnot. They have a better understanding of how the Marine Corps works now.
As drill instructors, we've seen them grow. We've seen them work well together. They're starting to work in fire teams. They understand what a fire team is. They understand that they need to know the recruit to the left and the right of them, as Marines do to the left and the right. They get the concept of working together in buddy pairs. They get that teamwork concept, and it ties into them accomplishing the mission.
Hey, where's my 5 road guard? From last time. Keep it tight. I said run, guys. The training objective of BWT is just to get them a starter into, in the low crawls and the movement under fire and whatnot. The primary objective of the Crucible is, okay, now you're going to do all these missions, but now you have lack of food and lack of sleep. It's a 54-hour mission, and they get a total of, between the 2 nights, only 4 hours of sleep. Chow is on you, do we understand that? Yes, sir! Chow, water, everything is on you, do we understand that?
So much better! Yo! La cabeza! La cabeza! Yeah! Take the stick, bro! Take the stick! Take the stick! Beat him down! Beat him down! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
In my opinion, the most challenging part of the Crucible is that second day. That second day after they're on that enormous high, on that hike out to the Crucible, and they're looking forward to that first day. So the first day pretty much goes off without any problems, without any issues. But it's that second day after that 4-hour nap that they get, when they wake up, that they're so slow, lethargic, they're not thinking properly. They may not get the counts down the right way or have a great plan in place.
What's your plan? Plan, to throw the rope over with the barrel tied on.
Say. Get it. There you go.
There you go.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
Now you just have to figure out how we're going to get Rodriguez.
There you go.
Yes, yes.
All right, don't let go.
Don't let go, don't let go, don't let go, yeah.
Time.
Time's up.
Is that how they do?
A lot of ideas. A lot of good ideas. It was a little bit too late though, as far as the time's concerned. So, but they had the gist of it towards the end. They know exactly how to get it through. Get your weapons.
Most challenging part of the Crucible would be the movement to contact and the ammo resupply points. You got to work together. You have a fire team that you have to get to the end, and then you also have, you're doing the low crawl and then the ammo resupply and whatnot. Mickey D's. But now I'm eating meeting them Marines. Now I'm meeting them Marines.
One of the most challenging parts of the Crucible is definitely the hike back for the recruits. These recruits, depending on what groups they are put into, certain days are a little bit more rigorous than others. Depending on what they do the first day or the second day, either way it goes. On that last day that they leave there, they went through everything. They ran the gauntlet as far as physically, mentally. Everything is going to be there. They've been pushed to their limits, and now they're going to put all their gear on. You know, they have to hike back the distance back to the Iwo Jima monument. Through my mind, during the Eagle of an Acre ceremony, I feel a sense of pride, a very strong sense of pride that I am handing possibly the next Commandant of the Marine Corps, possibly the next Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, their Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. That I am going to be forever ingrained in someone's history, in someone's mind, that I've given myself 100% at all times, and I've made a Marine.
This is the third graduation we've been to.
And how many people in your family are in the Marine Corps?
There are 3 who have been. One is a Marine vet now, he's out, and one graduated in June and one graduating tomorrow.
Oh, we couldn't play. Oh my God, hear him. We gotta go. We gotta move.
Captain's father. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You've done a great job.
Best memories, honestly, is family day and graduation day, honestly, because you get, you know, the families that come up, they see their son or daughter for the 4th Battalion, they come up, they see him. A lot of the males, I have males that weren't fat when they got here, but still lost 20, 25 pounds. They're cut, they're you know, more physique in the way they act and whatnot. And you'll get the parents, they kind of, not in a bad way, but they're like, what'd you do to my son? You know, and then they come up and thank you. That's the biggest impact. When you get the families, you know, thank you for what you've done. That's the biggest impact that I remember here.
As far as a Marine down here, I've learned that as far as putting out day to day, it's to give 100%, no matter what, no matter how big or how small. Your recruits, your Marines are gonna feed off of you. If you come out and you give 110% and you don't accept anything else, and you show them that attention to detail, that you're gonna strive to do the best, to make things better than what they were before, to make a difference, that's the biggest thing that I've noticed.
I think for me, personally, I think there was always something when I was growing up, and personally in my life, I think there was always something, I've always wanted to do great things. I always wanted to make a difference somehow, some way. I always wanted to, you know, it might sound corny or whatever, but do something to change the world, you know? Do something to make a difference in society.
For myself, I think that one of the things that kind of helped me out as far as being a stronger man, a stronger individual for being down here was I lost one of my parents at a very young age. So I was forced to kind of grow up and mature very quickly. And I think that's essentially what we do down here with some of these young Marines that we have down here. We take them and make them a lot more. It's night and day, the maturity level that they are when they leave here. And I think that's one of the biggest things, is them overcoming a very hardship in their life. And recruit training is just one of them.
So far in your job here, you've been here a bit over a year, I guess. Is it worth it?
Yes, it's worth it. it's worth the sacrifice. It's definitely worth the sacrifice.
Definitely. Why? Just the overall sense of accomplishment, I guess. Just to go from something I really never wanted to do, honestly. At the beginning, I never really wanted to be a drill instructor. And then when you first get here, you're like, wow, did I make the right decision? To, you know, becoming the senior drill instructor and seeing, you know, the overall product from the beginning, not just having to worry about, okay, his fingers aren't curled and, you know, he's not responding the right way. I mean, I still worry about it, but not to the extent that my, you know, my heavy and my third head worry about it. And just seeing overall how, just kind of watching, supervising, seeing how they are in the beginning and how the end, how they transition, and how we really make Marines.